Man. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock at night and I'm drinking coffee. What of it?
You know, they say there's caffeine in this stuff, but I can't taste
it. The applique is outstanding after many, many washes. Nice product. 117. First of the 117s, but there's a lot of 117s these days. So, it's a big claim. We got a lot of, I got a packed house here to show for you. I'm going to start out by making a really disgusting noise in my throat, followed by I'll talk about real quick the Matchbox blind bags. I don't know if I said this before, but Matchbox is one of our favorite toy lines. I'm not getting a kickback from these toys at all. I just think that they're excellent builds for your kids to play with. I rarely see the capes get removed, and I always see them in the resale bins. They withstand a tremendous amount of punishment, and I think they're a great representation of the
superheroes.
So, you know, if you're looking for to find out which blind bag is which, there are easy keys to find through Google on your phone, and they'll tell you which numbers. This one on this current set was number 95, stamped into the foil. They're really cool, and my wife and I love these. My wife and I love these. I dropped it in her honor, but we really dig these things, so we did want to make another plug for those again. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Monkey Shine Lab tonight. We've got, as I said, a bunch of stuff for you. I've got a movie review, and I've got just a metric ton of stuff stacked up on my desk, so you know what that means. Yep, it's another one of those days where we open stuff, we talk about stuff, and we review stuff. So let's start out with this film review here. Let's make it fancy. Make it fancy. Are they done? Okay, great. The movie I'm here to talk to you about here this evening, this is another one of our Freelance-Primate reviews. That means that what I've done is spent my time and my money on this movie so I can talk to you directly about it. I am under nobody's beholden about anything. And this is a movie, it probably slipped by you like it slipped by me, although I can remember seeing the DVD case, if that makes any sense. Back when I was perusing things, back before the plague began. Anyway, this movie is called House of Nine, and it stars a couple of different people that you'll probably recognize, and I'm going to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it too much because it is a little bit like Memento and a few of those other movies. Like, you know, you talk about it too much and you just give too much away. So I'm going to be very respectful of the filmmakers and say what I have to say about the film and whether or not I recommend it to you, and I'm going to tell you where you can find it either way. So, starting out with this film, first of all, it stars, if you want to call it stars, amongst others, Peter Capaldi, who was one of the doctors on the Doctor Who series, so you'll recognize him from there. Also Dennis Hopper, which is probably why I was initially brought was brought to my attention. I love Dennis Hopper, and he's has been in some stuff that's even more disastrous than my hair. So I'll sit through any performance he's got for me. And I thought Dennis Hopper as a priest, how cool is that? So to start with, this film is, I would call it a thriller, a bit of a horror movie. And again, without trying to pigeonhole it, you know, there's some elements of a lot of different things going on here. But as the credits roll, you see people begin to be abducted. They grab somebody out of a nightclub. They grab somebody in the street who's in the midst of like a drug deal. You know, they grab obviously a priest, you know, and all of these people wind up in a mansion sort of setting. And it's, of course, it starts out as you would think, you know, you follow one person waking up to the next person and the next person. And then there's a voice that comes on an intercom system after they've quizzed who is who and etc. And he announces that there will only be one person living who gets out of this situation. And that this is the only time they will ever be addressed. There are 7,200 cameras or something all over the place. So don't try to defeat them all. Whoever gets out tomorrow morning, the last one alive, gets $5 million or something like that. I think it was cash. And it goes from there. And that's all I feel like I can say about the film. Because once that is announced, then you really begin to find out who folks are. And I thought, how cool, what a great premise that, you know, all you're doing is throwing a lot of money into the cage and see who's gonna come out on top. It's pretty cool. They begin by trying to work together. There's the inevitable, well, we're not going to give them what they want. But eventually, you know, human nature being what it is. So, I'm going to leave it right there where it is. I'm not going to say anything more. But I am going to tell you that I absolutely loved the outcome of this movie. And I thought that the acting was really solid all the way through. In fact, Dennis Hopper doesn't try to affect an accent pretty much for like the first 3/4 of the film. So you're really lucky. It's a bunch of folks from Europe and or Britain. So there's lots of different accents, and I believe that it was all supposed to be people that were taken, you know, from Britain. So luckily, I don't know, maybe they shot the whole thing out of sequence and they said, you know what, Dennis, the accent you're doing is just really not working for us, man. So just go back to just talking, you know, just middle American like you do. Because he's really good at that, you know. But anyway, it is a film that is, you know, it's not outstanding. It's not like this stellar piece of cinema, but it is more than worth a sit through, and you might find yourself, like I do, watching it again a couple of times. Like, and I do that just to make sure that I'm recommending a film that I would want, to see. I want to make sure it wasn't just my state of mind that first time that dictates what I think of a film. So this is one that bore out. And again, I don't want to give anything else away, but House of Nine. You can find this for free. If you're in America, it's for free on Tubi. I don't know if it's on the program content anywhere off of the North American coast, but I do know that it is on the Tubi system, the Tubi app. So check there, and a quick Google will probably tell you also where you can watch it for free in your area if you're not near us. Anyway, that's that, right? And I also wanted to get to another couple of pieces that are on my desk so that I can move them. Not limited to, but including things like this Swamp Thing figure from 1990, I believe it is. Let me just see if I can read the stamp again. Yeah, 1990. And it's a Kenner. It's a Kenner product. So, anyway, this is one of the finds that I got out at the flea market this weekend. Always great stuff out there. But as I do these things, then stuff builds up. Wow, what happened there? A Batmobile fell off the wall. I swear it was stapled up there. Wow, that's weird. Just sitting on my desk. Another thing just fell off the wall onto my desk. So anyway, I gotta get these things out of here. I am gonna get these placed, and I have not looked them up. I just like how they look. But I picked up these Spawn figures from one of our friendly vendors at the flea market this last weekend. And I did want to just kind of give a quick once around in some decent light to sort of see these figures and catch a scale of how big they are. This was the same guy that I got the Defiler from. It's just over my shoulder here, in amongst next to that microphone there and back. And he said that, they're missing some weapons or they're missing some parts on the back. But I think that this thing is plenty gruesome from the front. And I need to de-dustify him a little bit. But I wanted to give that a little better show before I put it up. And this thing, which just blows my imagination wide open. Boy, there are some spider webs on that, but it almost should have some. I'm not sure how old these figures are. And again, I think they're just minions of hell. Todd McFarlane is the artist on them. They come from the Spawn series, from what I've been told. Sorry about that, sir. One way that goes, right back on. Don't hurt me in my sleep. Put you back here. I can't figure out what to do with these things. Trying to get things changed up here and do some different stuff. Thanks for bearing with me through that little exhibition. I'll sweep up later. But I do have now all of those cars free of their slop. So I will do a little quick flyby because they are kind of pretty cars. So, you know, all jokes aside, I did want to get them out of their package. One of the ones that I left in my package is the International Harvester, which I'm going to leave on card for the moment. And I can't decide quite what to do about this. So, it is 22 years old, as you can see, Speed Racer 2000. Dude told me it's been in storage all that time. I don't know if that happens to plastic that's not in the sun and the fading, but I'm guessing that it wasn't in there that whole time. Those of you who know about bubble plastic going bad, you can maybe educate me on that a little bit too. Because I would like to know. I genuinely would like to know. And when I ask these questions here on the show, please tell me what you think, because you know, I really don't mind hearing information from folks or even opinions on stuff. So interact with us, please. Another thing I picked up in a clearance aisle that I thought was pretty cool, and I'm going to put it together really soon. I picked it up for the pittance you see there. These kits started out at about like 15 to anywhere from like 15 to like, see them like 20 or something like that at Fred Meyer. So I was really glad to get one for $6.50 that I can kind of put together and take a look at and find out how their minifigure builds of a 4x4 compared to other kits. This is made for 8 and up, so I barely make it aboard mentally. That to look forward to. The next thing I wanted to talk about was finding really cool stuff that you never really expected to see at your Goodwill. This is one of those things. My family has a very deep association with these movies, going back all the way back to when you used to sit around the television on Sunday night when movies were on. Yeah, we used to do that. So I found this set, which is, of course, so super valuable to me, okay, as a collector, and it also consolidates these 5 films into one package, so I can give up the other ones that I have that are single package on my shelf, and that takes up a lot less space. But looking up prices on this on Mercari and stuff are insane. Take a look at this cover. You do the searches yourself. You can find them anywhere from, wow, that's okay, that's fairly reasonable for 5 movies, to, holy cow, are you crazy? Okay, everybody. That's what we've got for you today on Monkey Shine Lab. Remember, if you like what you see, to do all the usual like, share, and subscribe stuff. But before we go, we wanted to get a message out, and we apologize, but sometimes our video stuff is stacked up for debut on YouTube. This is a couple of days late, but we really wanted to say happy birthday to a woman that's been keeping a very dear friend of ours going for a lot of years, and she's a wonderful, wonderful lady. Happy birthday to Christy Hamilton, Rusty Hamilton's wife. Thank you very much for watching, both of you, and Annie will add her message in here as soon as possible. She's asleep while I'm filming this, so I apologize. I didn't get to her before she crashed out for the evening, but she will film her own little thing for Annie's Corner and talk to you directly, Christy. Thank you very much. We really appreciate both of you very much. And happy birthday, happy belated birthday from everybody here at Monkey Shine Lab. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you again very, very soon right here. Please remember to go see Rusty's Garage Australia. Please, give him a view. He is producing some really good video these days, and his still work on Instagram is absolutely on point. So check out those 2 locations, Rusty's Garage Australia. Thanks a lot. I'm going to bed. Have a good night, or a good morning, or good afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching. Bye. See ya.